everybody, welcome to Life at Sunny Lee with Kathy Jarvis, and today we're going to talk about some of the things that happened this past week. It's been a great week actually. It was my son's birthday. Our oldest son had a birthday, so we went and visited with him and took him out to dinner for lunch. Spent about two and a half hours with him, and that was always nice. And then we came home and had to work out in the greenhouse, covering up some plants because we got our first killing frost. And we got a lot of things that are now done for the year, which means more work for me. This got a lot to do. We have to clean up all of the dead plants. The beans will have to be taken down. The tomatoes have to be taken out, and the beds will have to be put up for winter or replanted. And I did cover the rosemary bed, so I may put some lettuce and stuff in that bed since it's already got a mini hoop on it, which basically turns it into a mini little greenhouse. I've got the other greenhouse. The small greenhouse is filled with houseplant. Well, not really, I guess it could be houseplants. They're the annual plants that I had out around the house. And I'm just not really hoping to save them for the winter. I'm just hoping to save them long enough that I can get some cuttings off them, because I didn't have time to take as many cuttings as I wanted before the frost. We've been quite busy. And then the main greenhouse, it's doing really well. I'm gonna have to clean up the peppers and the eggplant, but everything else, and the tomatoes, but everything else is still doing really well in there. But I need to clean this picnic table off really well and put a cover over it for winter. I need to redo my post. It needs to be painted. The flag post and has the address on the other side. It needs to be repainted. I got most of everything else done here, but we've got some work to do in the backyard. The backyard is where I have most of our trees, and it's also where we have the chickens. So we're heading back there to show you what I have to do next. And believe me, I got a lot of work to plan on doing this fall and this winter. A lot of it I had to wait until the cold weather hit, like cleaning up the rest of the garden bed. And also I have a huge pile of landscape rock that I need to put around the flower beds. And I've been holding off on this all summer because it's just been too hot to carry to wheelbarrow and spread this gravel. So now that it's cooled down some, I have no more excuses not to do it. And the other thing that I get to do, which is actually kind of fun, but they have to be dry and they have to be fresh. So now is the perfect time to get this done. All these leaves need to be collected. Oh, there's Stripe. Needs to be collected and shredded and put into the leaf compost bin so I can have leaf compost. Another thing I need to do is get the trees out of the daylily group, and I need to get the leaves back here. See, I got lots and lots of leaves. I need to clean out this little garden now that it's been hit by the frost. Remove anything that is all my herbs that are above that have succumbed. Herbs usually don't succumb to the frost very often. But I got some flowers in there too, and I need to pull the flowers because they have. So I have my flowers among the herbs just to make it look a little bit prettier. Another thing to do is take care of your chickens. Now this coop is empty right now, so I want to leave it empty throughout the winter. I'll probably get some young chicks in it for next year. But this is a perfect opportunity to give it a good cleaning, to examine it, make sure that it's all okay, and get it ready, and disinfect it and get it ready for the chicks for next spring. As far as the chickens themselves are, for the winter, they need to have shelter. They need to have some windbreaks. They need to have fresh water that's not frozen. So I use the dog dishes, the heated dog dishes, and I just run the extension cord out to heat up the dog dish. And I have this one heated. The one inside I also have one inside that little chicken run. It's not heated. And therefore, if we have snow, it means I have to make a little path for the chickens from that water to the door on the other side, because chickens do not like to walk around in the snow. And this door opens up, so I just open it up and make a little path over there to the water. I also have water inside of here, but it sometimes freezes in the winter. I keep their food in here to keep it out of the weather also. It's not in their sleeping area, which is up here. It's not there. It's down in the run. Okay, but what you need to do is make sure that the run is protected from the weather. And I do that by putting plastic around it. And I need to restaple some of it. And you need to check, make sure all the weather stripping that you have is good. I don't weather strip the run so much, but I do weather strip the area where they sleep. There's a roosting bar back there, and they sleep there. That's the only place I insulate. I don't put weather stripping anywhere else. Just make sure that you have the plastic around it to keep this acts as a windbreak, and also acts to insulate the place a little bit. I also put up this tarp that acts as a windbreak to give them an area to go out so they're not in the wind, because our wind usually comes in this from the north and from the south, and they've got plenty of the house and stuff acts as a break from the south, and this acts as a break from the north. So basically that's all you need to do with the chickens. They don't need straw. They got plenty of feathers to keep them warm. Do not put sweaters on chickens. When you put a sweater on a chicken, it prevents them from being able to fluff up their wings, and when they fluff up their feathers, that traps air next to their body, which the body warms, and that's how one of the ways they stay warm. And as far as the roost, they need to have something wide. Oops, they need to have like a 2x4, something they can get their whole feet on, and they can squat down and keep their feet warm. Now most of these things come with little bars like that. That doesn't give them enough support in the wintertime. Now you'll find them on there in the summer when they're just hanging out, wanting to be inside, but not, they want to be inside but not be, so they can't see things. So they'll sit out there in the summertime, but they won't go to sleep out there. They'll come in here and they'll get on this big bar to sleep because it gives them more stability. And a little round bar like this does absolutely nothing. I haven't seen them on this bar maybe 1 or 2 times, and it's mainly just for a few seconds or not, because this little round bar does not give them anything to really hold on to. So it's important to know what kind of bar that you have for your roost. Now the other thing you need to do is check and see if you need to do any painting. And as you can see, I definitely need to touch up the white paint on my little house. Now I also have a motion light here over the egg area, and that helps me for when I do have to come out and check for eggs, because I can see, and also helps them because it serves as a warning for them if any raccoons or possums or anything else comes in. They'll turn the light on, and that's usually enough to scare the raccoons or possums away at nighttime. So it's kind of a safety area for their nesting area. So that is what I have been up to this week and what I have planned for next week. So that's about it. Hopefully you'll tune in next week to see if I got any of this done and to see what else I've got to do for this winter, before this winter. So hope you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Let me know whether you're interested in this type of content or not. Hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything. Hit the bell icon. It doesn't cost anything either. It just tells you when I'm on next. And remember, like always, dream big and follow that dream. And remember, a dream without a plan is just a wish. So see you next Friday. Bye.